Hi, everyone. Welcome to September of 2024. I know. How did we get here? Holy cowabunga. This year has just simultaneously flown by and taken forever. I don't know how to work with that. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. Anyway, September. Wow. Okay. So, in the English language, September kicks off the burr months: September, October, November, December. And where I live, November and December really are like burr kind of months. It gets cold. Um, so, September, we have so much to talk about, but I'm going to try to make it as bite sized pieces as I can. So, we start the month, now we're in Virgo season, and September is split by Virgo because the sun usually changes signs each month around the 20th, 22nd, somewhere in there. So we spend about 2/3 of the month in one sign, and then we hit another sign the other third of the month. So we're in Virgo season now. And then later in the month, I'm not sure the exact date. Like I said, it's around the 20th. We move into Libra. So with September beginning in Virgo season, we have a new moon in Virgo because new moons are always in the same sun sign that we're in. So the second or third, depending on where you live in the world, we'll have a new moon in Virgo. And new moons are awesome for starting a new chapter. It's like a blank slate. So we're starting the month with a blank slate, and I love that journey for us. We're going to take a look a little bit here in this reading. I don't want it to go on too long, but I will do a separate reading specifically for the new moon and then one specifically for the full moon during the month. So stay tuned for those. The full moon, speaking of, is a super full moon eclipse in Pisces. So everybody take a deep breath. Here's why. The full moon will always take place in the opposite sign of the sun sign that we're in. So 12 zodiac signs, each one has an opposite sign. And the opposite of Virgo is Pisces. So earth and water are always opposite, fire and air are always opposite. So with this energy, super full moons we're already crazy at the full moon. So the super full moon and it being an eclipse, cowabunga. So we'll do its own dedicated reading because it deserves that um, later. But for now, we'll see what comes out during the reading. But for now, just note that'll happen around the 17th or 18th of September, again, depending on where you live in the world. So this month, especially the first 20 days ish of the month, we're in Virgo season. So Virgo's an earth sign, awesome to get rid of any clutter or anything that's not working because Virgos, I love you, you know I do. Virgos are perfectionistic. So paying attention to those details and tweaking, making little tweaks. You don't have to make big changes, but like just little quarter turns. And it's like, oh, there we go. Perfect. So detoxing, releasing the past. It's a good time to physically declutter your life. So physically getting rid of stuff that doesn't serve you, rehoming it, or if it's broken, throw it away. If it can't be fixed, throw it away. Or repurpose it, upcycle it, whatever applies. The new moon in Virgo, because we're kicking off the month with it, really there's a couple ways you could look at this. On one hand, there's a lot of Saturn and Pluto energy going on right now because they're making some moves this month. I'm not an astrologer and I don't play one on TV, so feel free to find your favorite astrologer and find out what that means. Just know that Pluto is death, rebirth. It's Scorpio. It rules Scorpio. So death and rebirth energy, the death card in tarot. Awesome energy. It's the Phoenix. It's pretty cool. It's great to work with. So getting rid of what doesn't work to make room for what does. That's great for this new moon. And Saturn is a planet that is the ultimate taskmaster. It rules Capricorn. Capricorns, I love you, I do. But if there's anything that Saturn does well, it's hold us accountable and makes us learn lessons. And we're just going to repeat those lessons until we learn them. So work with that energy. So even if you're making your new moon wishes, manifestations, etc., and Saturn's holding you back, like, are you sure you're ready for that? Did you learn everything? Really check on that. Okay. So it's a great time. Don't think that it's not a great time. Like, oh, what's the point then if Saturn's just going to be here hammering away? Saturn's a teacher. It just wants us to learn so that we can move forward and that we can fully embrace the good stuff that's coming in. So with this new moon, again, I'm not going to go into it too much, but we'll touch on it a little bit since we are kicking off the month with it. You can make a plan. And I say that with a grain of salt because Virgo, I love you. Virgos are fabulous. They're earth signs. They're really great at making a plan and they really want to stick to it. But if it's not perfect, then they might not implement the plan until they're absolutely sure. So don't be afraid to take some risks. Just kind of let that energy simmer a little bit. And, don't let it bring you down. Still get into your new moon manifesting, do your thing, all the great stuff. And using that full moon energy will be awesome to let go of any limiting belief systems that are like, oh, what's the point? Or if it's not perfect, it's never going to work. I'm not going to do it. Or I thought I had the perfect plan and something went haywire. So insert negative thoughts here. Clear, cancel, delete. Let it go. Under the full moon, it'll be a great time to evaluate what's working and what's not, and just to make that little tweak. Because then we're going to hit Libra season and you'll be fine. So, make your plan. I know, man plans, God laughs, right? But not necessarily. It's more like you make a plan, and nobody ever says that old adage when stuff works. It's only when things don't work. And that's really getting into victim mentality. So let that go. Make your plan, adjust the sails if you need to. It's cool. So that's a good way to use these two moon energies in Virgo and Pisces, because again, remember they're opposite signs, to your advantage. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at overall energy for the month for you. And I'm also going to pull specific cards around career, love, and whatever else might come out. Definitely healing, because hi, Willow Tree Healing. It's what we do here. So where's your opportunity for healing? I've got some new decks that I'm really excited to play with. So yay. All right. So let's see what's going on. Let's get started. All right, Leo. Let's get some guidance for September. What is going on for you? I hope you had a beautiful birthday season. And I know it's not easy for you to step out of the spotlight, but I hope it was great. So let's see what's going on for you this September. What is the overall energy? Remember, this is a general reading. So if you want your own personal reading, all my info is in the description box below. All right, we got a mess of something here. So let's see what's going on. I love how this fell out. The Two of Swords, you're making a decision time. Five of Cups in reverse. Love that journey for you. Two of Wands in reverse. All right. Nine of Pentacles. You've got Death in reverse with the Five of Swords. Okay. So here we go. Making some sort of choice. The Two of Swords in traditional tarot is like two swords that are crossed. So at a crossroads, maybe you're, I don't know why I got this just now, but like shooting blind. So maybe you're just putting your arrow and trying to see where it lands, and that's fine. If that's what you want to do, cool. With the Five of Cups in reverse, that's great. I usually say reversals aren't good or bad, but in this case, I like seeing the grief card in reverse. So the Five of Cups being in reverse means that you're making a choice to do what makes you happy. You might not exactly know how you're going to get there. You just know that you got to do something. Perfect. The Two of Wands in reverse shows me that you're not exactly sure which way to go, what path to take, how to make that happen. Again, I know that something's got to change. I just don't know exactly what it is yet. And that's okay. Be open to all the possibilities. The Nine of Pentacles is very much your energy. That's typically like the single lady, and gender's neutral in tarot, but really what it is you have put forth all the work into your garden. You've planted the seeds, you've cultivated the soil, you've watered it, given it the nutrients and the sunlight and all the things that you needed to grow your garden. And you're like, look at all the things that I have created. But you're never done weeding that garden and tending to it and cultivating it. So keep that in mind. You just know that something's got to give. With this death rebirth energy here in reverse, it's beautiful. Your flowers, your garden is growing. It's lovely. You've done the work. You've done all the things that you needed to do to make it perfect, and you're still working on it. Life is an ever-evolving journey. And Leo, I think you know that. You are someone who, your energy is very much that of the eternal. Well, the eternal optimist is really Sag, which is a fellow fire sign. But you are the performer. All the world's a stage. Look at me. Look at what I've got. Look at what I do. So, and it's beautiful energy. I love it. I'm not bashing you at all. I think it's fantastic. So you're taking this opportunity, and yes, I do mean opportunity, to come in with this energy of knowing what you can achieve and what you can accomplish when you put in the work. Because right before the Nine of Pentacles is the Eight of Pentacles, and that's all about doing the work. Seven of Pentacles before that, cultivating, waiting. So now your seeds are blooming, your sunflowers are open, they're ready to go. Maybe there's some medicine here with sunflower energy, so check that out too. But if you're, sometimes death in reverse can be like being afraid of the change. I don't feel that for you. And I don't think you're really resisting it either. The stagnancy, I think, comes from this. I have so many awesome, usually that's the Seven of Cups, but I have so many. Well, maybe it's just two because we've got two twos. Two. Haha, cute. Okay, so two twos here. So maybe there are two choices, two different paths that you can see, and you're just not really sure which one that you want to take. Well, the beautiful thing is you can, so it's leading to an internal conflict or maybe an external conflict. Maybe somebody's trying to tell you what to do and you are not about that. Leo, I know. You are not about that life. So you're like, I'm going to do what I want to do and how I want to do it, when I want to do it. Very self-assured. It's great. It's a great thing. So your decision is, I've got these two choices and I don't know which one's going to bring me the most happiness. So that's where I feel like any resistance might be coming in. So go ahead. Another thing I'm getting is something doesn't have to die for you to keep going. So maybe it's an addition to. Maybe you don't have to make the choice between the two. Maybe you can do both. I don't see the pentacles here. The Two of Pentacles, it's about balance and juggling. So if it feels right, if it's not too much for you, try that. Let's see what else. What's your guidance here? Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, things are turning. What choice would you make if you knew it wasn't, neither could be the wrong choice? What would you do? Or if both opportunities are great, flip a coin. Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So maybe you are a little bit afraid to do something new just because it's new. And that's valid. That's valid. It's another energy of maybe it's not necessarily a new opportunity, it's an additional opportunity or something that came back around with the wheel. That which is meant for you will never pass you by. It's like a merry-go-round, it'll come back around. So maybe this is an opportunity that didn't work before that might work now. Interesting. Let's see what the soul coaching cards have to say. These cards are lovely and a very gentle way of expressing what maybe we need to work on. What you got for Leo for September? Ooh, okay. How does my body want to move today? Tutus, dancing, all the world's a stage. Okay, I love when things come together. When we move, we change our state and raise our vibration. This new elevated state becomes a channel for more energy. Are you moving your body daily? Are you passionate about it? Is it time to try something new? So maybe going for a walk, or if you go for a walk every day, maybe taking a different trail or a different path or different scenery. Maybe that'll help this Two of Wands energy, help you decide. Beautiful. So your meditation or journal prompt, how does your body want to move today? Listen and joyfully do that. That's beautiful. How does my body want to move? So it does help with creative flow, getting the juices flowing when we move our bodies, in whatever way that means for you. Gorgeous. So what are you being invited to heal? Help from above. No, who doesn't love that? So tapping into whoever it is that you ask for guidance. Could be whoever is your highest and most loving spirit team with positive intent of divine one. I always say, I now invite my highest and most loving spirit team with unconditional love for my highest and greatest good with positive intent only in divine white light. You can see yourself encircled with a beautiful white or golden or pink, purple, whatever makes you happy, ball of light or a golden egg or surrounded by angel wings, whatever makes you happy, a cocoon, that where you are safe and that is your sacred space. So Leo, you're being invited to call on some help. If you're having a hard time seeing the bigger picture, help from above. See the big picture? Yeah, cool. Good. So this is a love relationship for you. This is the Love Story Oracle. Fear. Woof. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? If you knew that you couldn't make a wrong choice, what would you choose? Woo. Okay. Strings. There's a theory that we are tied inextricably to who we are supposed to be with via a red string. But I'm also seeing, because maybe it's because of the way that the hands are, like puppet strings. So if somebody's stringing you along or like being the puppeteer manipulating you, let that go if that's what's causing you fear. So there's two different things coming. Lots of twos for you, Leo. So that is the partnership number, and family. So it could be, I love the little hand around the finger. As a mom, it's pulls at my heartstrings. So there's an element here. There's two different stories going on here. So one of them is that of manipulation, maybe family, maybe childhood programming. It's a little Six of Cups energy here. Breaking patterns, releasing patterns. Maybe there's a pattern of abusive relationships and you're like, no more. you're making a choice for yourself. So that's one side. Somebody like pulling the strings, being the puppeteer, being manipulative, gross. The other side is don't be afraid to allow yourself to fall in love. It's not going to take away your independence. It's going to help you. A true partnership is going to help you. So somebody's got a spirit team, it could be a departed loved one, whoever it is, that is sending you someone to help you through all of this. Okay, to love you through it. Gorgeous energy. And the Spellcasting Oracle. Let's see what magic you're being invited to embrace to create this beautiful scenario for yourself. Willpower. Well, I don't think you have any problems with that, Leo. You're a pretty willful sign. But, maybe it does take some willpower to break these cycles, to break the chains. Or maybe even, I love you, I do. But being a fire sign, you could be a little impulsive. So a little bit of that temptation energy, like a little's okay, but a lot isn't good. So balancing all of that out. The motto, life's too short, or YOLO, or anything to that sense. Yeah, okay. But maybe that's what got you in trouble before. So having the willpower to say yes to the things that truly will work for you, and saying no to the things that don't. So just being careful about that and showing up for yourself instead of getting in your own way. And if this manipulation energy is coming in, like being lured or tempted to get off track, let that go too. So willpower is going to be big for you on this one. I think we're good. Awesome. So there you go. There's September for you. Interesting. Let me know how this is going to play out, how this is going for you. Share in the comments. You never know who might see something, that part of your story that might inspire someone else. So share with us how you've navigated this kind of energy, how you've used your willpower, or how you've broken patterns. You never know. It could really help somebody. So feel free to share. This is a safe space. I hope this is a fabulous September for you, Leo. If you'd like to put your own personal energy into this and see how this is going to go for you personally, all of my information is in the description box below. Feel free to reach out. Love to help. Hope you have a great September. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you soon. Take care.